Breaking financial alert, and this one cannot be ignored. Pensioners across the UK, listen closely, because what I am about to share with you could affect your very bank balance, your state pension, and the security you've worked a lifetime to achieve. HMRC has just confirmed something deeply concerning, a new £3,000 deduction power that allows them to reach directly into people's bank accounts. And yes, that includes pensioners. Already, panic is spreading through communities, through retirement homes, and across families, because for many, their savings and pensions are not luxuries. They are lifelines. Now, let's pause for a second. When you hear the word deduction, especially when it's tied to HMRC and your personal bank account, it immediately sparks fear. And rightly so. Pensioners watching this have given decades of their lives to work, faithfully paid national insurance contributions, and finally entered retirement with the expectation of stability. You've earned it. So when a headline like this breaks, the shockwaves are enormous. The immediate questions hit hard. Could this £3,000 come directly out of my pension? Will it be taken from my personal savings, my ISA, or my current account? Is it a one-off hit, or could this become a recurring nightmare that eats away at the very money I rely on to heat my home, buy groceries, and keep a roof over my head? This is the reality of uncertainty. And for pensioners, uncertainty is perhaps the cruelest thing of all. Because when HMRC is involved, we know it's about rules, regulations, and tax codes written in language that rarely makes sense to ordinary people. The idea that you could go to bed with one balance in your account and wake up to find £3,000 less than expected, it's enough to make anyone's heart sink. But before panic takes over, we need clarity. And that's what I promise you in this video. By the end of this explanation, you will know whether this £3,000 deduction affects you. You will understand why HMRC is using this power. And most importantly, you will have the exact steps to take right now to protect your money, your pension, and your peace of mind. Welcome to Pensioners Power, your trusted source for everything you need to know about pensions, retirement planning, and financial wellness. Here, we cover the latest news, expert insights, and essential updates to help you maximize your retirement years. Whether it's understanding pension schemes, making the most of your savings, or staying informed about financial changes, you're in the right place. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an important update. Now, let's jump right into today's topic. So what exactly has HMRC confirmed? HMRC has restated its authority to use something called direct recovery of debts. Under this system, they can recover up to £3,000 directly from a bank account or pension payment if they believe money is owed. Now let's be clear, this is not a brand new tax, nor a sudden new law targeting pensioners. But it is a reminder of powers HMRC already has, and it's a warning that they fully intend to use them more aggressively. So when does this apply? Let me break it down into plain English. Unpaid income tax if you have outstanding tax bills that haven't been settled. Benefit overpayments if pension credit, housing benefit, or other support has been paid incorrectly and is owed back. Historic errors, mistakes from years ago, sometimes going back decades, that HMRC is only now correcting. And here's the part that frightens people most. HMRC does not need to go to court first. They do not need to secure a judge's approval. They have the authority to notify your bank, set the deduction, and extract the funds directly. Now, before you panic, there are limits. HMRC cannot leave you destitute. They must leave at least £500 in the account of a single pensioner or £1,000 for a couple. But let's be honest, that's hardly enough comfort when £3,000 could still disappear in one swoop. Let's make this real with some examples. Margaret is 72, lives in Birmingham, and receives the full new state pension plus a modest private annuity. Years ago, she was mistakenly overpaid pension credit because of an error in how her savings were reported. She assumed it was correct at the time. After all, the letters were confusing, and she trusted the system. Years later, HMRC cross-checks records and realizes the overpayment. Margaret is informed she owes £2,800. She doesn't have that kind of money spare, so she ignores the letters. Months later, HMRC uses its direct recovery powers, and one morning, Margaret finds £2,800 missing from her account. Just like that. John, on the other hand, is a retired postman in Manchester. He has always kept up to date with his tax returns, never been overpaid benefits, and has had no letters from HMRC. For John, the headline about a £3,000 deduction is frightening but irrelevant. He is not at risk. And this is why it is absolutely crucial to understand whether you're in Margaret's shoes or John's shoes. So what do you need to do right now? Step 1. Open every letter from HMRC. Don't ignore brown envelopes. They could be warnings or final notices. Step 2. Check your online personal tax account. It takes just minutes with your national insurance number. This will show if there are outstanding debts. Step 3. Review your bank statements. Look for anything unusual and make sure you recognize every transaction. And here's something many pensioners don't realize. You can challenge HMRC. They are not above the law. If you believe they've made a mistake, if you've reported everything correctly, or if the deduction will cause you genuine hardship, you can appeal. You can dispute it. Organizations like Citizens Advice, Age UK and specialist tax charities can support you through the process. Let's talk protections. HMRC cannot legally push someone into financial ruin. If you're on pension credit or already struggling to meet essentials, they are required to take that into account. They must leave that £500 minimum for singles and £1,000 for couples. But, and this is critical, they will not always volunteer that information. You must know your rights, and you must fight for them. So why is this happening now? Why the sudden reminder of this £3,000 deduction? The truth is, government finances are under enormous strain. Billions have been lost through errors, overpayments, and uncollected taxes. And HMRC is under pressure to claw back every penny it can. That means pensioners, unfortunately, are more likely to face scrutiny than ever before. Even small mistakes, an overpayment you didn't even notice, a tax return you thought was correct, could suddenly trigger a deduction years later. And this is where I need to be brutally honest. We are going to hear more and more stories of pensioners caught out in the months ahead. The £3,000 figure isn't random. It is the maximum HMRC can claw back at once. And in today's climate, they are prepared to use it. But knowledge is power. If you are aware, if you check your accounts, if you respond to letters, you can avoid being blindsided. So, my urgent advice is this. Check your HMRC status today. Don't ignore letters or official notices. Know your rights and fight back if you believe they are wrong. Because £3,000 may not sound like much to government officials, but to a pensioner living on a fixed income, it can mean the difference between comfort and cold, between dignity and desperation. Thank you for watching Pensioners Power. If you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and share it with others. Stay informed, stay engaged, and we'll see you in the next video with more insights on the issues that affect the UK. Take care, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for all the latest updates.